Slade on Slade. Tonight I'm going to do YOTO toys as skeletons. So I think that's supposed to be a play on Aztec skeletons. This is a fairly big box. This is about a foot across, probably a foot high. 3-in-1 combo set. Pick this up on 5K Toys. Oh, there you go. There's your barcode right there. This doesn't even waste your time with the legal bullshit. Oh, she's tight. Here we go. Get that in nice and close. If you want to pause that to read it. If you can't read any of that, just go to Google Translate. Take care of you right on the spot. This is the Rattlesnake Scout. Forgot to say the name of the first one. I apologize on that. This is the Viper Guard. And last but certainly not least is the Half Snake Warrior. There you go. What do you think of that, huh? You know what these originally reminded me of? Is this toy line right here called the Redemption Skeletons. Now I have every Redemption skeleton. This is one of my last ones I haven't taken out of the package. But this is a Redemption skeleton. But and I believe I'm correct on this, those who are making this are making the He-Man and Skeletor ones over at Bombas Bee. So it's a nice little sidestep of the law. You're not really stealing He-Man or Skeletor because you can have purple skeletons, and the one that's supposed to be He-Man has a beard, and we know He-Man doesn't have a beard until older time in the comics. Comes with this great little bonus box right here, and it is I believe you can make a snake totem pole, which is good. So we're gonna go ahead, pull that out right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Look at the inlay on that. I don't know why I didn't figure that out of the package faster. There it is right there. Front and back completely different from themselves. I believe all three are completely different. Nice and tight. Oh, they went hard on this. This is nice.
Snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little sneaky snake.
Okay, we're back. Yep. This has got those little pressure holds right here. When you pop that off, everything can go flying. And I had this little hand disappear on me for about 9 minutes. That was a lot of F-bombs and a lot of C-bombs being dropped right there. I wound up way back there. Let's see if I can show you. I wound up way back there. I was pissed. Worst part is I knew what was going to happen. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, that's a pretty color. Little twist tie action. As Kyle likes to say, goodbye, see you later. So this is open-ended. If I pull off to one side, pull off is not the best word. If I move off to one side or the other, it's when I get too close, even with my glasses, I can't see anything on the screen. So that I apologize. So this is open-ended on both sides, so you could grab another part of the weapon, probably another spear in one of these. I think that one I think the other one might have an axe. I'm not 100% sure on that. That is very cool for a weapon. He's got his tail attached. Go ahead and boom. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and heat that up off camera. Okay, so I had to heat the port in, put the tail in, because that tail was not gonna go in and I was not gonna risk breaking it. This looks a lot like a redemption skeleton. It really does. Where's my open redemption skeleton? There we go. I'm a huge skeleton fan. I probably own about 50 different types of skeletons. 50 skeletons, different types. I mean, in the redemption skeletons, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So I probably got 50 different. Like some glow-in-the-dark skeletons too. Some 3D printed stuff. This is a great looking figure. Now the joints are basic, so you're going to want to be careful. You're going to want to be able to see where the line is. I don't know if I can look it up. Oh yeah, off camera I scratched myself pretty good, so I put a band-aid on. So I mean, there's no double joints here, but it's fine. Redemption skeletons are almost the same exact way. What we got here? Yeah, she's single. See that's the range of motion you're gonna get. Redemption skeleton, no further than that. It's got a pelvic crunch. It's got an ab crunch. I wouldn't say. Yeah, I guess that you'd call that an ab crunch. Neck's got 2 balls right here. He's well, if he had one, he'd be able to suck his own dick. There you go. This actually might have, for a limited range of motion, for the extra joints it has here and there, I think it would make up for that. Actually, this is really good. See how well he balances right off the bat. Look at that. Yeah, it's on an uneven surface. Can't tell if you can see the surface is textured. The joints are tight enough to really hold itself. This is good. See, I had to hit it pretty hard to get it to fall over. Oh, this is cool. All right, let's go ahead and get the next one out. You know, before I get the next one out, before I jump way ahead of myself, let's show off what this guy has to offer. 2 extra sets of hands. Got your open grabbing hand so you can hold something like a beer mug. He's got your standard holding hand. There you go. And he's got what looks to be, yeah, there's no denying it. This is a trigger hand. These go over his wrists. This is good. I really like these. I look forward to putting these together. And I believe these go over his legs. Fuck this. Let me just do this. Shoulder pads. Look at that helmet. Good, I like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play dress up with them after I have everybody out. Let's look at the second head. See, this is where it looks like a redemption skeleton. This is where I could actually see that you might be dealing with either the same sculptor or the same company, just giving itself a secondary rename. Because look at, oh shit, you can't really see it. Look at the skulls. Look at the wideness of the jaw. That wouldn't be an accident from 2 different sculptors. There's a real uniqueness to that. I mean, this is clearly Bruce Campbell as a skeleton. Look at that chin. And I'm all for it. I mean, I like... You know what? You know what I just realized? Oh, shit. Redemption skeletons are YOTO toys. Right here, YOTO toys. And these toys, well, they are YOTO toys, but I bet you anything, this is the same exact company, 2 different names. Competition, people like competition, and you can create competition. I know, I write fantasy, sci-fi, adventure, but as a ghostwriter, I don't write any of that stuff. I write almost completely romance. So it's just, it breeds the competition. You can breed your own competition. And like I said, as a ghostwriter, you can make a significant amount of money if you're with the right company. And let's say you're starting out and somebody hires you for the project. You can get anywhere between $15,000 to $45,000 for your first book. And once you hit bestseller, that person can't just give you another $45,000. They're going to pay you a lot more because they already know that their first book for them, written by you, is a success. But once you have 3 bestsellers under your belt, you're usually going to command anywhere between $55,000 to $65,000 a book. Now, granted, you're dealing with anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 hours of work, and you can get paid more depending on if they want to pay for line-by-line edits, which means you and I talk on the phone X amount of hours a week, and we go over literally line by line of the book, and you tell me what you don't like, your ideas, how we can mold it, and it's, you know, it goes into the joint writing with the ghostwriter doing all the heavy lifting. So as a company, you could say, oh, hey, we are YOTO Toys, and oh, we're YOTO Toys. So I could be 100% wrong. I don't really know, man. I'm just talking out of my ass when it comes to that right there. But I mean, their rib cages, it looks, maybe they just have the same sculptor, you know. Either way, I like it. I am down for this all the way. And as much as I like human skeletons, I like monster skeletons, and I'm a huge He-Man guy. I love the Snake Men. Snake Men are my favorite faction. Skeletor is my favorite villain. Snake Men are my favorite faction. So now you got skeletons mixing them with snakes. Holy shit, I'm here for all day long. So now let's get on to the Viper Guard. Again, you're going to get an extra baggie of these, as I bought this as a triple pack. You can buy these individually, so each one of these is going to come with that. Extra joints are awesome. Here's his tail. While we're waiting for him to heat up, he's got a really long tail. I like that. Look at this weapon. Oh, it's tight. Look at that. Now, I'm a huge fan of weapons, especially the more unique they look. And we have a family friend who owns a local toy shop. And it's the closest toy shop within 50 minutes of Kansas City, Missouri. So I get the pick of the litter when he buys people's collections. A lot of stuff comes just bagged up, and I have little totes about this big by this big, just full of absolute nonsense when it comes to, I got my sword box, my axe box, I got my miscellaneous weapons box. I probably got about 7 or 8 different types of whips. So let's go ahead and get this tail on. See if I got his ass warmed up well enough to just get it in. Boop. There we go. Look at that, huh? Look at the articulation. That entire tail is segmented. Every 2 vertebrae has its own joint. Joint right there, 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 there. Look how far around you can turn that tail. You can do a complete circle with that tail. That would make good. That would make like a nice bone whip right there. Faces are completely different. At the end of this, I'll have a bunch of nice photographs. I'll wait till the daytime. I'm filming this at night. So when the sun's out, I'll take a bunch of really great photos in a natural setting. So as we can tell, we're looking at 2 completely different bodies. The neck's longer, the ribs are different. This is completely different sculpts. I'm looking for reuse. Forearms are different from figure. The biceps are different. I think each figure might be sculpted completely different. Okay, let's break into the Rattlesnake Scout. Here we go, last one. Rattlesnake Scout.
Snake. I'm a snake.
Put that off to the side. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm digging this guy already. Look at the face on that guy. And I don't know if you could see, but he's got a little red in there. Let me see. They all have a little red in their eyes, by the way. I was going to use a ring light here, but the ring light was causing glare off. Some of these pieces in the background here are shiny, like the water right over here is shiny. Some of the water has like little glitter pieces in it. Okay, so here we go. Here he is up close. He almost looks like he's got ears. Let's get the little heat on his ass. And then we're going to compare him to the other two. Oh, I love this tail. Okay, here we go. There we go. For a second there, I thought I was going to have to spit on it. Alright, not the same range of motion as the rattlesnake one. I mean, as, oh shit, I forgot his name already. This is the rattlesnake, the Viper Guard. Not the same range of motion as the Viper Guard when it comes to the tail, but it's still got good motion. Now I like the fact that they're different. I think he shares the same legs as with the first guy. So as far as I could tell, the rattlesnake shares the same legs as the Viper Guard. But hey, you gotta make the most out of it. You gotta get the most out of your molds. Could be possibly the same ribs. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. The neck is different. The head is different. The hands are different. Let's see what he comes with. He comes with a wicked looking weapon too.
Snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a slither.
Alright, this guy's unique weapon. Two little, I guess you could call them swords. Back in the day when German soldiers in World War II, when they had their unique helmets, SAS and US Special Forces came up with a thing called a smatchet. That is a hatchet and a machete. It was curved, heavy at the top. So when it hit, it pushed the helmet far enough up where it would hit the guy at the base of the neck. So this is reminiscent of a smatchet, but you can customize it and turn it into a bow and arrow. Now, I'm sure that's what they intended it to do. It doesn't say it in the directions, but that's clearly what it looks like. Looks like Legolas would get a hold of it and shoot some magic arrows or some shit like that. Yeah, I know he didn't shoot magic arrows, but you know what I mean. So. Get your ass in the back. Here we go. I like these. This is, I'm happy with my purchase on this. This is coin well spent. This is going to make some good photography right here. I'm not going to put any of the armor on here because I don't want to make the video too long. I'm going to put the armor on off camera, and then they'll be in the photo section. So if you're seeing this at the last portion, don't forget to like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Any comments you want to drop, I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy. My final thoughts on these figures are nothing short of 100%. would definitely buy from this line again. I did find out that this line and Ghost Rabbit are the same exact line. So if you liked your redemption skeletons, you're going to really love these. Again, these are perfect.